So God promises this fledgling nation, the nation of Israel, whom he rescued from slavery in Egypt. He promises them a land of their own, a land flowing with milk and honey. But they had to drive out the inhabitants, those people already living in that land. And God promises that he will go before them. He will drive out those inhabitants. But they have to be patient. It will take time. So we find this nation of Israel in that land. First of all, they were led by Moses and led by Joshua. And here they come to a place where they're faced with this huge problem, this huge task of driving out the inhabitants. And they come to God and say, okay, out of our 12 tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel, who's going to go first? And God tells them, let the tribe of Judah go and drive out these inhabitants. And at first it goes really, really well. Judah does a great job of driving out the Canaanites and the Perizzites and all these different tribes that are living in the land of Canaan. The Lord gives them victory. They capture the city of Jerusalem, and then they turn their attention to the hill country and the Negev and the western foothills. And once again, the Lord gives them victory over those inhabitants. They drive them out. They take the land for themselves. But then they hit a snag. They go to conquer the plains, but they find that the inhabitants there have superior weapons. They have iron chariots. And then the tribe of Benjamin fails to dislodge the Jebusites from Jerusalem. And suddenly this invasion starts to falter. The tribe of Manasseh fails to drive out a superior force, and over time the Israelites become more powerful, but rather than driving out the inhabitants, they use their strength to take them as slaves. They put them into forced labor. So instead of these inhabitants being driven out of the land, they find themselves living with them, and their influence grew. I'm just going to read to you from Judges chapter 2 verses 1 to 5. The angel of the Lord went up from Gilgal to Bochum and said, I brought you out of Egypt and led you into the land that I swore to give your ancestors. I said, I will never break my covenant with you, and you shall not make a covenant with the people of this land, but you shall break down their altars. Yet you have disobeyed me. Why have you done this? And I've also said, I will not drive them out before you. They will become traps for you, and their gods will become snares for you. When the angel of the Lord had spoken these things to all the Israelites, the people wept aloud, and they called that place Bochum. There they offered sacrifices to the Lord.